July has come to an end. August is upon us. So I'm going to stop and rank all 5 July movies I saw from the worst. So yes, guys, I'm going to be ranking all 5 July movies I saw. So guys, share your ranking of all 5 July movies in the comments, guys. So remember, my list is not the right list. It's just my list. And I'd love to hear your list in the comments. And without further ado, let's get into it. In 5th place, I have Despicable Me 4. Guys, I did not hate this film, guys, at all. I actually thought this was the funniest Despicable Me movie. Yeah, I thought it was the funniest movie in the franchise, which, in my opinion, it is. And I just actually found this enjoyable to watch. It wasn't my favorite Despicable Me movie. It was far from being my favorite. I still really enjoyed this film for the most part. Thought it was a good movie. And I really, really enjoyed this film. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. There's some stuff I would change, like, in the movie, basically, what they do is, like, they just build everything up until, like, the final parts. So we're, like, excited for the final scene. And the final fight, guys, is not good. Like, it is far from being good. Like, all the other, like, final fights are good. This one, basically what he does is he captures Gru Jr., turns him into a cockroach, and then he basically has, like, a little emotional part. I was pretty sad about this part. I thought, like, Gru was about to die, and then Gru Jr. saves everyone, and then basically they love each other, and there you go. So that's basically what happened. There's no cool final fight scene at all. And, yeah. But everything else about this movie was pretty good. They went into hiding. So, yeah, they're hiding a lot. And then, yeah, they're just hiding from Maxime Lamel. I thought Will Ferrell as Maxime Lamel was pretty cool. And then, obviously, Steve Carell returned as Gru. And much, much more. And I found this to be a fun film. Again, guys, the grocery store scene, like how Lucy has to be like a hairdresser and she burns the girl's hair, like that didn't really make sense to me. And she basically just destroys the whole place. And then the bald girl comes for revenge on Lucy at the grocery store. And that was a forgettable scene. Like, it was definitely forgettable, and it wasn't really, really that fun. I think that Poppy getting Gru back into villainy, and basically him going to steal something from the school. I thought that was a fun and good scene. That was probably like my favorite scene. Yeah, I thought that was like my favorite scene. I also liked at the end when all the villains returned and he sang "Everybody Wants to Rule the World." I thought that was a great part of. That was also one of my favorite scenes. I loved Vector and Brat and El Macho and Scarlet Overkill and everyone else returning. I thought that was awesome. But yeah, I had really fun with this film. And yeah, so Despicable Me 4, 5th place. In 4th place, I have Fly Me to the Moon. I really had fun with this film. I thought this was a fun film. I didn't love the film. I thought it was stronger than Despicable Me 4. Although there was not a lot of action, which was a downgrade. But still, it was a good film. Most people thought it was boring. I thought it was a good film. I thought it was fun and enjoyable. It is like a 2-hour film. It's taking place in 1969 when we landed a man on the moon. That's their goal of the whole movie, is to land a man on the moon, which is Neil Armstrong and this other guy, I forget his name. It's starring Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. So, again, I thought this was a good film. I think that the ending was, like, pretty cool, and, like, they're just trying not to make a mistake because apparently they killed a couple astronauts with it exploding, so I thought that was pretty sad. I mean, it didn't show it, but, like, it happened, yeah. I still thought it was a very smart and fun film. I don't think this movie was originally supposed to come into theaters, but it did, and I was not very excited first when it got announced, but then after I warmed up to it, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to go check this one out. It looks interesting. I'm going to see what they're going to do with this movie. I'm going to go see it. Let's go. So, yeah, this is just a new film to me, and I had fun with this strong film. They have the dance scene at the end, then they're landing the man on the moon, and I thought, like, the black cat going onto the set, that was really funny. Yeah. So, there we go. So Fly Me to the Moon, 4th place. In 3rd place, I have Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. This is an awesome movie. I had so much fun with this film. Watching it on Netflix, I was really excited for this film because I adore the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. I love the first one, so... and this one is just like the first one. Like, the second one and third one are pretty off from the first one. The first one's just a fun 80s classic movie with some action. We get the fourth one, a lot more action, just like the first one. But the first one is better, but I still think the fourth one is... Axel F is very solid film. It's a really fun movie. I had so much fun with this movie. Just like... It had Kevin Bacon in it, and of course Eddie Murphy returning his role as Axel fully. And I just love the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, so obviously I was all on board with this movie. And yeah, and it was everything it wanted to be. It tried to be. Yeah, I was just very proud. Like, they didn't take any risky stuff there, and they just made it feel like a Beverly Hills Cop movie. I think this is like, this movie's like an apology for the third film, because the third film was pretty bad. But yeah, this is just a very solid film. I think that, like, his relationship with his daughter, I mean, that's okay. Like, apparently he ghosted his daughter, and then his daughter got really upset, so she doesn't want to talk to him with the whole film. And then she warms up to him at the end of the movie, and she likes him again. And we don't get to see his wife in this film, but, like, apparently, I'm guessing he married the girl from the third one, the theme park girl, because, like, he asked her out, so maybe they got married. We don't get to see her, so that's pretty sad. I mean, nobody really cares. She's not that important, but still. I think Billy and John Taggart is back, and Billy Rosewood, he's here. So we're having a blast with the trio back. I mean, the trio is not together for the whole movie. We only get to see them really together for the first two films. We don't get to see them too much, just the three of them in the fourth one. I think at the end, that was a little funny, cool scene. And, because, like, Billy, he's kidnapped, basically, the whole film, right? I also loved the scene at the hockey game. I thought that was a really fun movie. But, yeah, I just had fun with this film. I thought it's a really, really good ending to the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's done, right? So, yeah. But yeah, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, third place. In second place, our runner-up, Twisters. This film was awesome. This was like a 9.5 out of 10 movie. It was really, really good. Like, I am very proud of this movie. What they did, this is probably like this was my second most anticipated movie of the year. So I was going to this movie like very hyped because like I was freaking out excited for this film to see what they're going to do here. And they took everything from the first film and just did it a lot better. This film is a sequel to the 90s movie titled Twister. And this film is starring Glenn Powell, which he's known in Top Gun Maverick and Hitman, which I've not seen. I'm going to watch it sometime this year. And much, much more movies, but those are the two movies I know that he plays in. Top Gun Maverick's one of my favorite movies of all time, but that's not the point. This movie is also probably one of my favorite movies of all time as well, because this film was awesome. Very good, like the action. I love the fire tornado. That was sick. The twins, they were combining. Holy crap. My favorite scene would have to be probably like when they go to the rodeo and like the horses and stuff. And then the tornado comes and the sirens are off and then they run into the store and this couple's like, nope, I'm done. Go in the truck, and then they go flying away. Basically, the store owner, this mom and kid, and then Glenn Powell's character, Tyler Owens, and Kate, I forget the actress's name, they run into this like pool with no water and stuff. So that's probably my favorite scene. And then it's like the fire tornadoes, and it comes and like it's just destroying everything. And like in the movie theater and stuff, it's destroying that. And I love this film, man. I really do. I love this film. It is in third place for like top, because it's in third place right now for the movies, my favorite movies of the year, or like movies I've seen this year. It's in third place. So I really enjoyed this film. I'm very proud what they did with this film. And yeah, so Twisters, second place. In first place for the best movie I saw in July and the best movie I've seen so far this year, Deadpool and Wolverine. This film was amazing, awesome, like funniest movie of the year, one of the funniest movies in the world. Also, one of the best movies with the action. I just love Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and then the duo. This is the third Deadpool movie and third Deadpool movie and the fourth Wolverine movie. So it's both their movies. So I thought they would add the Wolverine that was like in the previous films, but no, they actually just got a random Wolverine. So that's smart too. I think they should have got like a different Wolverine, like the one that we've seen in the other previous Wolverine films. But this one is still fine. It's still fine, and it's to save his world. There's one thing I wish to happen in this film, which would have made it awesome, is basically Deadpool getting more screen time with Vanessa. If you guys don't know who Vanessa is, that's Deadpool's girlfriend. We only get to see her in 2 scenes. They should have had like romantic like screen time and stuff, like working out their relationship in privacy and like kissing and stuff. I wish that happened in this film. It did not. And I get it, you guys are probably like, that's disgusting, but I just wish this happened in this film. But that's the only thing I had a problem with this film. Other than that, everything's good about the movie. Everything's perfect. This movie is a 10 out of 10 movie. It's awesome. And I would like to see more movies like this film. I think seeing we got to see the Hulk for like a couple seconds, Happy Hogan for 5 minutes in the beginning. We got to see Sabretooth, Gambit played by Channing Tatum, and Wesley Snipes back as Blade. Like, that's pretty cool. He said he's the only Blade bet. I'm pretty sure we're getting a Blade movie on November 7th, 2025, if we ever get the film. Like, honestly, bro, like, who knows? But still, guys, I'm very happy what they're doing here, and just, yeah, they're, like, making everything MCU. So they're getting X-Men films as MCU now, and I think they're going to do Fantastic Four, Blade, and so on and so on, and making these MCU films, which I think is a very smart decision. So now X-Men is connected with the MCU, which is very, very cool. And we also got to see the Human Torch played by Chris Evans. So I thought that was funny. And then, like, the funniest secret clip where, like, he reveals that the Human Torch, Chris Evans' character, said all that stuff about the bald wizard girl. So that's why she killed him. But yeah, that was very funny. We also got to see X-23. We got to see Elektra. So yeah, this film, I think they should have added like another MCU character that we got to see for a while. But anyway, this film was awesome. Yeah, so that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. Have a good one, everyone. See ya.